Hello, all you folks, ladies, plants, animals, and otherwise known as asphalt. How you doing? This is Whispers from the Void. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil, Davidas for the Intimates. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, yeah!
Phil was just telling me about how he's going to be, he's going to become the donut man for all of Canada. He's going to take on Tim Hortons, and because he's sick of their shit and their overpriced dough. And
Yeah,
he's
like
going to take him down.
Like, I'm going to be the donut man. No, but like, I'm tired of Tim Hortons raising their price. No, but seriously though, like, their fucking morning wraps, dude, it's like, it was like $13 and now it's $14. I'm like, dude, that's fucking insane. Like, fuck it. We have to do a podcast about it because this is horrendous.
This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand, dude.
I heard.
But yeah, I'm going to be a donut man.
I heard
like,
something. I heard something today. And there's a chance that it might not make it to the final recording, but that's fine.
Oh.
Because depending on how offended Phil gets here.
Okay.
I heard. I was hanging out today when we first showed up to work, and I was talking to this guy, and he goes, "Did you see what Canada just did?" And I go, "What?" What did Canada just do? And he goes, "Yeah, they just passed a bill. They can now euthanize the mentally ill." And I was like, "What?"
My God, I didn't know about that.
I was like, I knew Trudeau is like a little unhinged, but like, holy crap.
Euthanize the mentally ill?
The mentally ill.
What the hell?
Do your research, people. I want to see if that's actually true, because I won't do it. I'm just rolling with it.
Dude. Okay. I have to check about it because, okay, so there is something.
It was so out of left field, too. Like, we were talking about, something stupid like sports or something. And the guy just pops out in there. Everybody's like,
yeah. Okay. So you were talking about like, oh, Boston sucked today. Like,
well, we had
the Stanley Cup.
We had our company meeting yesterday, so corporate came down to talk to us. Well, they came up. They're from Pennsylvania, so
okay,
they came from wherever they were and talked to us. So we were kind of talking about that.
Okay, so Canada bill euthanasia. Oh, Canada euthanasia, assisted suicide. Okay, no, it's not it.
Euthanize.
Euthanize because like okay, euthanize. Heal mentally ill people. Mental ill. I'm not. Oh. Okay, Voice of America. Oh, there's a site called Voice of America.
Oh, no. Unclick.
Unclick. No, it said Canada postpones. Okay, so it was. Oh, no, it wasn't like 2 months ago. Like 2 months, 3 months ago. It says Canada postpones plan to allow euthanasia for mentally ill. So they postpone it, but is now like it's euthanasia for mentally ill. Is there like a name for that bill? Okay.
Now you got me curious.
MAID. What the fuck? MAID? Okay, let's go with that. It's fun to do research, people. Do this. It's great. Canada MAID bill. MAID law. Okay, so this was March 1st, 2024. What is the MAID bill in? Okay, KKK. Medical assistance.
Canada, look at the USA News and World Report. Canada backtracks on allowing euthanization for the mentally ill.
Okay.
Mentally ill Canadians who want to end their lives.
Okay. So
They'd be eligible for medical assistance in dying this year, but
so on
but
February.
until babies are waiting in limbo again. What?
Okay. Okay, so on February 29, 2024, legislation to extend the temporary exclusion of eligibility to receive MAID in circumstances where a person's sole underlying medical condition is a mental illness received royal assent and immediately came into effect. The eligibility date for persons suffering solely from a mental illness is now okay. No, it's not it. Maybe it's it, but god damn, what the fuck?
Dying with Dignity Canada, a group advocating for end-of-life rights, expressed frustration that the law was postponed once more. In a statement about the delay, the group said it is disheartened and shares the frustration of continued inclusion, stigmatism, and discrimination based on diagnosis. Adding, from its perspective, that there were 3 productive years of preparations and necessary work committed to by the government to complete.
Okay, so
What?
with a few research, I know the bill is called the Bill C7, an act to amend the criminal. Oh, is that it? Okay, so Bill C7, an act to amend the criminal code, in parentheses, medical assistance in dying. So the MAID. Okay,
Yeah.
section this. Okay, but okay, so maybe the bill is now like official.
So they
But
they legalized medical assistance in dying or MAID in 2016. The law has excluded eligibility for those who only medical condition is mental illness. That inclusion was set to expire in March, paving the way for Garone and others to petition for a death on their own terms. But in late January, Canadian Minister of Health Mark Holland announced the move would be pushed back further, citing concerns that the country's health system wasn't ready for the MAID expansion. No shit, dude.
oh my god.
Bill 662 took effect, formally posting eligibility for those mental disorders until March 17th, 2027. Wow, dude.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as fuck. No, and I will let it in the podcast because, like, to be fair, I have
That's
to tell
wild.
something. I have to tell something to everyone that is listening to us. Yes, I'm Canadian, but the problem is I'm in Quebec. So, like, all the news from Canada, we don't see it a lot. Except like when Justin Trudeau is doing like some bad shit or doing this or doing that. But like all the bills like this bill, we don't see a lot of those like news in Quebec. We mostly see like news from Quebec, which is like it's normal in a way. But yeah, no, I learned something today. I just learned something today. That's interesting. Wow. But what is your thinking about that, Evan, as a fellow American that maybe doesn't understand everything that Canada does?
Well, first off, I can absolutely see why who Mark Holland there is like backtracking.
Yeah.
Because he's like, wait a minute. Hold the phone. So you're telling me, say, it's because like, at what point, where's the line for mental illness? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if somebody has, so put this, if an 18-year-old kid has like extreme ADHD.
Yeah.
Right? Like extreme. Fucking medication, whole nines. And he decides, this sucks. I hate dealing with this. Give me the injection, doctor.
Okay.
So technically, he could make that decision.
Yeah.
Being an 18-year-old with extreme ADHD or whatever whatever they're gonna, wherever the line of demarcation is for true mental illness. So, and I think that's an extreme example, but that is essentially what. Listen, I am convinced. The more I live on this planet, that common sense is gone, and people no longer logically think about things anymore, and so this guy's probably looking at this thing going, there is going to be a whole bunch of just depressed people who are just down on their luck, who maybe are just having a tough time, that are just going to off themselves with our okay. And we are going to get sued. We are going to get so much trouble. Because they're just going to say, well, there's a bill. It says I can do this. As long as you guys say I'm okay, we're good to go, you know. Let me have it. You know?
Yeah,
I can see that it just goes way over the board, dude.
Yeah,
I can definitely see it.
It's going to go overboard for sure. Like, if they don't put exception about like the mental illness, because I wasn't
have an
sure.
Example.
Yeah,
they have an example here, right? All right, so it says this. It says for a year, Agatha Garong had March 17th, 2024 circled on her calendar. The 44-year-old resident of Canada's Saskatchewan province has struggled for 3 decades with anorexia, clinical depression, and PTSD. Her kidneys are failing, and she has a host of other ailments, including osteoporosis and strokes. That, she says, makes her body feel like a prison. Still, she says the physical pain is tolerable compared with the mental anguish she experiences daily. It's like running a marathon, but there's no finish line, says Garon, who works as an engineering project coordinator. On March 17th, real quick, I want to say an engineering project coordinator. Sounds like an important job.
Yeah.
Big job. Big money. On March 17th, Garon, who weighs just 79 pounds, but does not have a terminal medical diagnosis. See?
Yeah.
This is where was hoping to become eligible for medical assistance and dying after many years of waiting. So, in that example, they use the golden egg. I call it the golden egg example.
Yeah.
It is a circumstance so outrageous. And I don't mean to call it outrageous because it sounds like that woman suffers. But it is such a situation where you could definitely say, if that's what you want to do, and the doctor says, that confirms that this is how she lives and this is what she wants to do, no cure, just this is it, then I could definitely see them being like, all right, yeah. Like, there's probably a bunch of paperwork you got to sign and legal stuff and all this. But if that's what you want to do, okay. But again, she has 7 egregious things going on with her that affect her day to day. All right, golden egg. Where's the line example? Like, where is the one thing where they're just going to be like, do you have to have at least 3 really big diagnoses? And as you said, or whatever, as the story says, who weighs 79 pounds but does not have a terminal medical diagnosis. All right. So unless you're told, like, say you have stage 4 cancer, and they're like, the doctor's like, you got 6 months and it's going to go downhill real fast. Right?
Yeah.
And you go, well, that's going to suck. I don't want to do that. Here, kill me. You could do that. Now, you decide to fight it, right? On the other hand, you decide to fight it.
Yeah.
So now you go through 5 months, and you're like, basically, like you're sort of not doing as bad as everyone would have thought.
Yeah.
And yet you know, because like there's tons of stories of people who don't make it.
Yeah.
But then there's also stories of when people do make it.
Yeah.
Because a body's a weird thing. So, in one hand, you could say, like, this must be like the fucking craziest thing for a pro-lifer. Could you imagine?
God damn.
Well, forget abortion. If Martha down the street decides she wants to medically get killed, are you going to pick at her house and be like, God wanted you to suffer?
God wants you to suffer.
What are you doing?
God wants you to live in your illness.
Like God gave you this illness or something fucked up. Like I can't imagine just like the mind fuck that does to a person.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Damn.
I can't. This guy Mark Holland is just like, we can't be doing. Hold on.
No, but
we gotta think about this.
No, yeah, they have to think about this. But like, this is a very like interesting ethical and morale kind of bill. It's like the thing is, and also with your example, it says there's no official diagnostic, right?
She's not. Well, no, she has diagnosis.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but she's not terminal.
Oh, okay.
She's not diagnosed as terminal. So, and terminal being it's fucking you're doomed. That's
yeah.
That's the guillotine of diagnosis, you know.
Yeah, but like, do you have to get a terminal diagnosis of anything? Oh, okay.
See, that's what I don't know. I haven't read the bill, so I don't know what exactly they classify.
But like, I don't know what is the name of the bill.
So it's MAID, all right, but it's what was it? It was Bill C-62.
Bill.
I can click on it.
C-62.
Bill
C-62. Parliament of Canada. Enactment. Enact to amend the criminal code number 2. Okay.
It says this. It says on February 29, 2024, legislation to extend the temporary exclusion of eligibility to receive MAID in circumstances where a person's sole underlying medical condition is a mental illness received royal assent and immediately came into effect. The eligibility date for persons suffering solely from a mental illness is now March 17th, 2027.
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is deep. It started in February 2015. The Supreme Court of Canada ruled Carter v. Canada that parts of the criminal code would need to change to be consistent with the Canadian chapter of rights and freedoms. June 2016, the Parliament of Canada passed federal legislation that allows eligible adults in Canada to request medical assistance in dying. On October 5th, 2020, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada introduced the former Bill C-7, an act to amend the criminal code, medical assistance in dying, in Parliament, which proposed changes to Canada's law, medical assistance in dying. These changes were introduced, which found reasonable foreseeability of natural death, eligibility criterion in the criminal code, as well as the end-of-life criterion for Quebec's Act respecting end-of-life care to be unconstitutional. The changes were also informed by Canada's experience with MAID feedback for over 300,000 members of Canada Pass the bills C7 to revise eligibility. Wow, dude, this thing's been bouncing around.
Okay, so like there's a lot of things, but like I found something very interesting. It's an overview about the charter consideration about this act, the C62. On the overview, it's like I can send you the link, or I'll put the link in the fucking.
I found
description.
the requirements.
But like, okay, you found the requirements.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
So this is as of March 17th, 2021.
Yeah.
Your persons who wish to receive MAID must meet the following eligibility criteria: be 18 years of age or older, and have decision-making capability.
Yeah.
Be eligible for publicly funded healthcare services. Make a voluntary request that is not the result of an external pressure. How are they going to know that?
Yeah.
Give informed consent to receive MAID, meaning that the person has consented to receiving MAID after they have received all information needed to make the decision. Have a serious and incurable illness, disease, or disability, excluding a mental illness. And then it says until March 17th, 2017. Be in an advanced state of irreversible decline and incompatibility. Have enduring and intolerable physical or psychological. Now, see, that's funny. They exclude mental illness, but in this, at the bottom, the last bulletin says, have enduring and intolerable physical or psychological suffering that cannot be alleviated under conditions that a person considers acceptable. So if you're going to say psychological suffering, and our girl over here, Agate, is 79 pounds and suffers complete mental anguish, because she has osteoporosis and has strokes and her kidneys are failing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that qualify?
Maybe.
Shouldn't that qualify?
To be fair, this bill is very intense. It's very intense. I tried to find things about it, and I listened to what you said, but dude,
that is incredible.
That's very incredible.
I never thought. I never occurred to me that would be something to come through. Anything.
I mean, I think like if they had to if they have to put this bill, it's because like some people are like so into their mental illness, like a big mental illness that's like so a diagnosis that is like so intense that they just cannot live anymore. I don't know. It never like I never heard about this bill before today. I never heard about it. So that's pretty interesting. And there's a lot of gray zone in that bill. A lot of gray zone also. It's like, okay, so like you have mental illness, but like does it have to be terminal? Does it have to be this or that?
That whole thing feels like an entire gray area. How are you going to know that that's not like... So, think of this too.
Yeah.
You're a person who's deaf, mute, and wheelchair bound. You've had a ton of issues. Your parents are taking care of you, have been taking care of you up until now. You're 18.
Yeah.
Your parents have legal guardianship, say, etc., all that. Could they go in and be like, he suffers every day, it's awful, he's not gonna make it, like, just cut the cord now.
God damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Because they just don't, they're sick of it.
Yeah, no, this
You know what
is
I mean?
no. This is no.
Yeah.
No.
But by the letter of the law, if they get the paperwork that says that it's
okay, this
like,
is horrible.
you know what I see? This is what I mean.
Okay.
This is what I mean. You can
of gray zone.
There is so much gray in here, dude.
So much.
People could, and you know that someone out there, like there are going to be people that test this shit. because there's get people out there that just love finding loopholes in the system.
Oh yeah.
And they would love to find a loophole in something like this, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's insane.
I'm sure there's a lot of loophole in this because like it's so like this bill is like a bit simplistic. Like there's a lot of things that you can do and bend with that bill. That's intense. I need a beer now. I need a fucking beer. Like, now my mood is weird now. Thanks, Evan.
You're drinking. It's a mental illness, and you don't want to drink anymore. We got a solution for you.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
I love
Canada
drinking.
just got way more interesting.
Canada is interesting because, like, sometimes their fucking bill doesn't make sense.
Oh, my God. That's incredible.
And you know what? Like, I live in Quebec. Like, most of the laws that Canada just, like, put on, we don't care in Quebec. We just care about Quebec.
So you guys have been killing people for years? So you're telling
me? Maybe. I don't know.
He doesn't speak French. There's something wrong with him. Take him down.
Take it down!
It's like the cattle decapitation video.
Oh yeah,
slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah.
It's really. They're like, oh yeah, they're all terminal with cancer. It's like, no, they just can't speak French.
They just can't.
Fucking sending them in there.
They can't speak French. Go to slaughterhouse. Oh my God. Holy shit. And to be fair, when you think about it, I'm sure that our prime minister, if he had all the mighty power of Earth to do that, he could. He could do it. He would do it. He would. And if he had all the power, he could do it. But he doesn't. Because he's just a fucking prime minister.
They're just getting closer and closer to starting the Fourth Reich.
Oh my God!
But instead of everything that Hitler stood for, it's just Quebec's over here. It's like, if you don't speak French.
Yeah, but like, think about it. During COVID, like, a lot of people thought that fucking Legault was a fucking like Fourth Reich fucked up guy. Like, a lot of people thought he was like the next Hitler. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
They just had nothing. Yeah, that's because they were watching all these non-French speaking people take it away. They were like, that's weird.
By the way, I'm drinking Nano Cinco Mutoide. It's a collab between the two. It's called a Beherit. It's a West Coast IPA. And it doesn't look like a West Coast, but it's pretty good.
I had smiley face coffee.
Yay! Because, like, you have to study.
I got to study a little bit more, yeah. Well, it's open book, so...
Oh, it's open book.
It's open book.
You're fucking lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, but like,
it's like I have to just like look at I have to know how to navigate it. So like, it's funny enough, it's a very small code section. Yeah.
But like your class that you're doing is to work in New Hampshire.
Yes, like the test that I'm taking is so what you have to do is you have to apply for the license. I have a license in Mass, so I just apply to take the test in New Hampshire. It's a different code.
Okay.
It's international code as opposed to Massachusetts has 248 CMR, which is our own code.
Okay.
So New Hampshire's is more universal.
Yeah.
There's other states that also use IPC, International Plumbing Code. Parts of Canada use International Plumbing Code as well.
Huh.
Because hence International Plumbing Code. But basically, I just apply. I take the test. I have to get a 70, at least a 70. If I get a 70, then I can take my results, and then I can apply for the license with the results of the test. So
That's interesting. That's great.
Yeah.
You'll have it, dude. You'll have it. I'm sure.
It's really
You'll have
like it. You know, I'm bad at test taking, so like if I fail tomorrow, it's whatever. I'll just take it again. Like,
Well, yeah.
it took me 2 times to get my mass one. So the mass one is funny. It's 2 sections. There's a code, and then there's like a practical with math and other things. And basically, I was able to pass one section my first time, not the other section. So I was able to go in and just take the one section I didn't pass the first time, and then pass it, and then be good. Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I have 3 hours to take this test, so I think it'll probably take me 2 hours. And
Okay, so like if you have your ICP, if you have your plumbing license for New Hampshire, so if it's the ICP, you said Canada used the ICP, so you could
There's parts
work in
of
So some province you could work. No,
because I need to apply for a license.
Okay. So
like, if I applied, if I say I wanted to do work in Canada, I could say I have, these are my licenses in this, like, can I work, can I take the test or something? It used to be some states actually will just reciprocate.
Yeah.
Massachusetts has one of the most in-depth codes, tougher, stricter codes in the country. So a lot of states will actually, it used to be like if you just presented them with a Massachusetts license, they would just give you the license reciprocal to their state.
Okay.
So if I had a journeyman license here, they would just give me, I could apply for it, and then they would just give me a journeyman's license because they're like, well, yeah, just our code is way stricter.
Oh, okay.
So basically the way that the way that you could look at it is like, all right, well, this person's coming into Mississippi. He's from Mass. He's coming into Mississippi to do plumbing. Just give him the fucking license because everything that he's done in Massachusetts is way stricter than here. Like, he's going to be fine,
Okay. Interesting.
Because there's a whole bunch of other things that they don't have to worry about. It's simplified down there.
Huh.
In the South, it's way more simplified than up north because of the weather and all the things that we have to deal with. The houses are built differently. Like, the whole building, everything is different. Labor rates, all of it. Everything's different.
I mean,
so you go to the southern and like the real southern, western, and eastern parts of the state. Their stuff is I don't want to say it's fucking like stick building, but to a degree it is. There's no basements. There's maybe some crawl spaces. A lot of the pipes can be exposed. There's no worry for frost. You can put water heaters like just fucking wherever they fit. There's, I mean, in reason, like you can pipe in all PVC in like commercial buildings and stuff like that. Like,
shit.
Just a huge difference, huge difference than what we have to deal with here.
Damn.
Yeah. Like they restrict in our code here, they restrict the type of material that goes into a dwelling. So anything like a single home, you can get away with PVC, PEX, all plastic materials, very easy to work with. Within, and then there's insulation that you have to adhere to and all this other stuff. What I do now with commercial, they don't allow any PVC. They don't allow really any PEX. Everything is copper, cast iron, and like it's just much denser, harder to use, work with materials. A little more still to like the old school style. Like, it's different. So it's vastly different. And like if I went to another country, or if I went to another state, for example, the same stuff that I'm doing here, I would get there and they're they're like, nah, fuck that. Like, we're not using any of that stuff. We're all just gonna, throw plastic in there or whatever and be done with it. So, but there's different reasons for why we do stuff the way we do it and everything like that. Like I said, there's difference in labor rates. Yeah. So like up here, unions are big and they protect the fact that, putting in all this stuff. I mean, a lot of it is a harder job. So harder job means higher pay.
Yeah.
Because now it's harder. So in theory, you could be like, all right, well, if we're going to put plastic everywhere, then what's the point of paying the guy $60 an hour if it's easier,
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's a battle. It's just a constant, back and forth battle with stuff.
Damn, that's a lot. Well, I hope you have it, dude. I hope you have it. You are great. You are strong. Just do it!
If I don't get it, I'm going to apply to MAID. I'm going to say that my mental illness has taken a hit.
God, oh my God.
I hate to laugh, but I'm laughing. I laugh at it because it is so... It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
like
ridiculous.
The idea of like... You... Like... It really is just like such a ridiculous notion to ask your doctor to be like, hey, listen,
I have mental illness.
You just put me out of my misery. I mean, like, I will say this. I agree with it. If you're terminal and you're just like, dude, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, go for it. If that's what you want to do and you want to avoid all the suffering, I could just see why it's such a... Like, we're not... Like, everyone loves to play God, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of... It really is. It's kind of like playing God in a way, because you're like, you have to make this decision to take
for
this
sure.
person. This person's choosing to take their own life in a way. But, like, it's not like a personal experience like suicide. It's like more
it's a collective.
There's another person involved. There's like other things involved. And like that would that's a heavy, like that's just like such a heavy thing. And it just seems so like soap opera dramatized to me.
I call it the Bold and Beautiful. The Bold and
Now,
Beautiful thing.
how about this? How about this? This is another interesting point. These people, like, I'm so interested in this because it's like, think of it. Why would you want to do this as opposed to suicide? Right? Like, if they're not, like, what I don't understand is with this woman that they use the golden egg example. If you're suffering this much and they're stonewalling you at the door and they're like, you can't, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to let you do this. What's stopping her from ultimately making the decision herself?
Okay, so...
You know what I mean? It's such a weird...
When you talked, I had like this weird idea in my head. What if like she's doing it with the help of someone for, let's say... If she, for example, because I heard of some, like, if, for example, she tried to die with an assistance and it doesn't work, and she got, like, injured during this.
Oh, yeah, could she
maybe
sue?
There's collateral damage. Maybe the guy will be in fault. So, like, maybe she's doing that because if it doesn't work, well, it's not her fault because of mental illness. It's the fault of the guy. It's the fault of the doctor.
I ordered you to kill me and I didn't die.
I mean, okay.
What's wrong with you?
I heard about some stories about death sentence in the United States, and some death sentence was so hard to do. It's not like just electric chair or lethal injection. Like even some lethal injection didn't work.
Yeah, so
to some people, and
I
some
think
people,
that's why the electric chair was it's like one of those things. It doesn't work sometimes as well as you'd hope.
Yeah, but like I saw that, I was like, God damn! So like, even the system is not able to kill some people, like murderers.
You know what? You know what works 100% of the time? Fire squad. God damn it.
Oh my God, dude.
Like, I can now listen. One day we're gonna be famous, and people are gonna look back at this episode and be like, "What was up with that?" And be like,
"We were depressed.
I don't know what you're talking about."
We were depressed.
We were seeing our options. We were exploring our options. But
I still explore mine.
But like, dude, that's like, okay, like, what's up with that? You know, that is that's a heavy. So, wow, that is such a.
You want to know what is a good way?
I don't even know. How does it, like, it's wow. Her example is, I mean, listen, there's a lot of things I can look at her example and be like, why aren't you, like, what doctor is not labeling you as terminal, first of all? You know, like, there's so much going on there. And then, like, where's the line? Like, what is the...
I think there's no line right now. I think the bill
still
new in a way.
What about? I'm curious. This is another thing. Where is this group here? This. Hold on here. Where is Dying with Dignity Canada? Let's look them up, huh?
Dying with Dignity.
It's your life, it's your choice. Dying with Dignity Canada.
Oh my God, that is such a Canadian thing to say.
This is I'm sorry, but like, dude, I get it. I get it. I do. I get it. But you're telling me there are people who they work a 9 to 5. Work a 9 to 5 job. They go home. They hang out with their families or whatever they're doing. They make dinner with their kids. They go, and then they go, oh, yeah, I can't go golfing later. I have to go to my meeting, my charity meeting. Or my organization meeting. And it's basically, you get there and it's basically just people being like, yeah, you should be able to die. Why not? Fuck it. Yeah, if you don't feel good, fuck it. Kill yourself. You know? We'll allow you. Yeah, we'll help you. You know? I think you should.
You don't feel good in your life? Just kill yourself.
I think you should be able to.
Yo, I know a good doctor, you know? Like, good doctor with a good gun. He could, like, just, like, help you kill yourself. Like, that's made for you.
He'll take you up to George's Bay. He'll just leave you there. Let the polar bears have you. It'll be fine.
Oh, my God. Like, I just read something about the C-62. Like, if Bill C-62 is not enacted and brought into force on or before March 17, 2024, then the sunset clause will expire, and individual whose sole underlying medical condition is a mental illness would become eligible for MAID. At that time, they would be subject to the eligibility criteria and safeguards that currently apply, where individuals whose whose, I don't know how to say that word. Natural death is not reasonably foreseeable. Seek MAID. Huh. Yeah. Honestly, there's so much about that bill.
I want to know. I want to know what's the group that opposes this bill.
Honestly,
so we have Dying with Dignity Canada. Who's the group that opposes it? Who's the group that goes no?
It's Pro-Life Canada.
Pro-Life Canada.
Pro-Life Canada. You have to suffer to be good in Canada. Hey.
God will end your suffering himself. Don't you worry.
God will let you suffer like he did. No. God will let you suffer like Jesus did on the cross. He suffered, died, and been reborn. Exactly. Like, that's what you will live, folks. You will die, you will suffer, die, and being reborn. That could be a good song name. Suffer, die, repeat. Live, suffer, die, repeat. I love that song.
All right, hold on. I have the 2022 annual report for Dying with Dignity Canada. All right, ready? The vision.
Yeah.
The vision is everyone can choose their good death. Mission. Ensuring access to quality end of life choice and care through advocacy, education, and support.
Huh.
Resilience, perseverance, and compassion. And then it goes on and starts talking about stuff. Support highlights. Support team spotlight. Wow, this is some crazy shit. You know what, dude?
That's crazy.
Let's I would love to interview someone from Dying with Dignity Canada. I want to know more. Like, I want to know, like, what, like, who came up with that? Like, who came up with this idea of, like, hey, you're having a bad time. Just
is there a dying with dignity like chapter in Quebec? That could be interesting.
we'll do a live stream of Phil going to Dying with Dignity.
No. You have to come in Quebec and we go interview them together. That is the plan. Dying with dignity. With dignity. Canada. Quebec. Is there Quebec? Is there like a Dying with Dignity Canada? Okay, so let's find. Okay, so there's like a French, like a Quebec thing. It's called Mourir dans la dignité, which is dying with dignity in French. Is there like information and resource? No, there's not that. I don't want this. Speaking of this, a contact. Oh, there's contact. Can we like? Okay. Oh no, there's no Quebec thing. God damn.
Are you sure, like, this just wasn't, like, metalheads coming in and being like, hey, this would be a great idea?
I love that.
This is so fascinating to me.
Oh,
it makes a lot of sense. I don't, like, it does. It makes sense.
Okay, you know what? There's no dying with dignity in Quebec, but there is dying in dignity in Ottawa. So I suggest we go in Ottawa and we go try to talk to them.
They got almost $3 million.
God damn.
In fucking... 2022. They actually had a loss.
Okay,
Their
so like,
expenses were 2.7, but
Okay,
their
so-
revenue was only 2.6.
okay, so like I found some people. We could try to talk to the president called Susan Harrison, for dying with dignity in Ottawa. Let's try to call her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's incredible.
What? No, but that's fucking incredible. That's very incredible.
That is something. That's something else, huh?
It's
Wow.
It's different type of episode that we done today.
Yeah, I bet you guys weren't waiting for that one.
Oh my
Now
god.
that is something that people are going to be like, wow.
By the way, I have to say something because like I saw it a lot this week. Eloy Casagrande is now the new drummer of Slipknot. What do you think about that?
Who's the new drummer of Slipknot?
Eloy Casagrande, the ex-drummer of Sepultura. That doesn't ring a bell to you.
No,
right?
I'm trying to think about the styles, I guess. I mean, that
I mean, Eloy did a lot of Slipknot cover during pandemic.
I still understand why Weinberg was out.
You still don't understand? Or
I don't.
You don't understand?
I don't
understand
really
a
get
little
it.
bit. I understand a little bit for a simple reason. You should watch Eloy Casagrande on Drumeo. Go watch that because like this guy is a fucking beast on drum. And I'm not saying that Jay Weinberg is not. I'm just saying that maybe for the style of Slipknot, even though he did it for like 12 years or so, like I don't know if Jay Weinberg is now the fit for what Slipknot want to do. Maybe Slipknot want to go like back in the roots maybe. Now they are doing like their 25th anniversary of the first Slipknot album.
Yeah.
So maybe
I don't know.
they need someone that can really like personify the drumming of those albums, the drumming of Joey Jordison. And I heard Eloy Casagrande. Eloy Casagrande is a fucking great drummer. Like one time we talk about drummers or musicians that are not that known or that have like a personality in their drumming. Well, he got like this groove. He got this thing that is like, whoa, dude, that's fucking awesome. Like, I love Eloy Casagrande. He's like, he's impressive on drum. He's fucking impressive. Like when some people that I heard of, they saw Sepultura at a show. They were like in a festival, and they were like, "Oh, I just stay for 2 songs and I go back to see other shows." And they stayed for the whole show of Sepultura because of Eloy. Because Eloy got this vibe, dude. He got this thing that is like, he's impressive. He's just fucking impressive. Go watch the Drumeo thing. I think there's like a full video like of Eloy playing at Drumeo. I love Drumeo, by the way. It's such a great channel about drumming. But Eloy Casagrande is so good. And I think he's a good fit for Slipknot. And funny enough, Jay Weinberg, he was out, but now he's in suicidal tendencies. And also, funny enough, Suicidal Tendencies before Jay had a drummer called Grayson Necrotman. Necrotman was a jazz guy and he turned metalhead. And Grayson Necrotman plays in what band? You guess? Just guess it. Guess what band?
10-Ton Slug.
No, it's I just said it. I said it a little bit earlier.
No,
Guess the band.
I can't.
Sepultura.
Oh.
It's a big fucking circle. So Eli quits Sepultura, goes in Slipknot. Jay Weinberg gets fired from Slipknot, he goes in suicidal tendencies. Grayson and Cronman quits suicidal tendencies, goes in Sepultura.
Yeah.
That's a big circle of life, dude. It's called NHL Draft. It's called the MHL or the MLA, the Metal League Association.
Well,
I think
that about
that's
does
over.
it for us.
I think that does it for us. We just I just tried to put a little bit like a more good mood instead of talking about suicide or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have a shout out?
I do. My shout out is going to be for 10 Ton Slug, their latest record called The Colossal Oppressor. It came out yesterday.
Ooh.
And under a independent. They released it themselves. It's pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Good
What
stuff.
do I have? Yeah. I have, you know what? Benighted Egg Bomb, the new album of Benighted, is such a great, brutal death metal album. The fucking singing of Julien Truchant is so intense. Oh my god. I love that album so much. Like, I'm just playing it over and over. When I have a bad day, I just like play that fucking album. It's so good. We talk about mental illness. Did you know that Julien Truchant, the singer, is working with mental illness people? He's working in a psychiatric asylum.
Well, hey, that'd be a great question to ask him. What do you think about Dying with Dignity Canada?
Oh my god, I don't know if he knows it because
I doubt
he's
it. But like, it would be very.
He's in France, dude. He's a French guy.
Let's get him on and we'll ask him about it.
Dude,
say, what do you think about? I am curious. I do like. He probably would have a good idea, like perspective that we're not thinking about.
Dude,
but,
let's try to get Julien Truchant. Like,
it's very interesting.
I'm supposed to see Benighted. I think it's in September or October. I think.
Yeah.
With Cognitive. Cognitive is supposed to come, and because I'm a great fan of Cognitive, I'll fucking go to
just bring your mic. Sure. Just bring your mic with you and be like, you have like 10 seconds to talk about this.
Dude, I'm not sure if you got 10 seconds. Not even 5.
That'd be crazy.
But honestly, I would love to talk to him and be like, yo, we should. I would love to get you on the podcast. I know he's in France, so we'll have to adjust our timing for the interview. But yeah, that could be interesting.
Well, everybody, it's been fun.
Yay!
I hope you all learned something.
Yay!
I feel like I learned something.
Yay!
But this has been Whispers from the Void.
Yay!
I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil. And see you on the next one. Cheers! Yeah.
That's incredible.